Coming up on the Lakeside Loop, Mr. Dorn gets engaged. The boys' cross-country team goes to state.
In our news segment, Federation Flybys, the Loop starts now.
Hello and welcome back to the Lakeside Loop. I'm Jonah Osmankowski.
And I'm Logan Wenzel. We're starting off this week's show with some very exciting news. You may have heard that Mr. Dorn got engaged this weekend at the Milwaukee Art Museum. There have been lots of questions about how it happened, so the Loop asked him all about it.
Sophia Berner, goes by Sophie usually. She was a class below me at MLC, but we didn't talk much when we were there. We kind of got connected through a mutual friend, her best friend, who was also a friend, past friend from a place we used to live in Minnesota. Sophie had a teachers conference last Friday and she was done halfway through the day. We didn't have school here at Lakeside, and so I was planning on taking her to the art museum in Milwaukee. Earlier in the day, my dad and I got up there to the art museum and scoped out some spots outside. That was the first plan. Do it outside with the museum and the lake in the background, you know, super romantic. But it was windy and rainy, and literally the weather report said gale force winds. So it was a tentative plan A, and we had a plan B for another spot. But I took Sophie there later in the evening, and we got outside, and she was just like, oh, it's nasty and terrible out here. Right away I was like, oh, we're going somewhere else. Not going to do it outside. We walked into the art museum, and if you know the Milwaukee Art Museum, really cool building. There's this big glass windows facing Lake Michigan, and she goes, oh, that's beautiful. And I'm like, ding, idea. So quickly, before we walked around the art museum, I texted my dad all the updates for Plan C. We're going to do it inside in the front of the windows and et cetera, et cetera. So then we went around and walked through the museum. I was getting updates from my dad, and I was trying to sneakily send texts back to him when Sophie wasn't looking. But my dad and my mom talked to the people at the front desks at the art museum, and they let them in for free so that they could take some pictures and hide behind a column. So then I texted my dad that we're on our way back up to the front of the art museum, and we walk up there. I don't see him. I know they're hiding somewhere. We walk up to the glass windows, and we had to wear masks because the museum had that be their rule inside. So I was like, I got to get the masks off our face somehow for these pictures. So I, said we should get a selfie, and so we took the masks off, took some selfies. We turned around and took a selfie with a window in the background, and when I was looking that direction, I could see my dad's shoulder peeking out from a column, and he had a quick zip back behind the column. So luckily, Sophie didn't see that. That's when I got down on one knee, and then she saw the box in my hand, and she knew I wasn't kidding. I said my spiel. She said yes. But as we were putting the ring on her finger and everything, we just hear click, 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 click. She goes, is that clicking sounds over there? Yeah, that's my dad. And sure enough, we look over, there's my dad around the column, click, 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 taking all the pictures. So that was pretty funny to have them there to take those pictures, but also a little bit of comical relief to a pretty awesome evening in Milwaukee.
Congratulations to Mr. Dorn and his fiancée. God's blessings on your wedding.
We have been following the cross-country team and their accomplishments almost all year. Last Saturday, they had the opportunity to compete at state, which was held at the Ridges, which is a golf course in Wisconsin Rapids. Since the cross-country season is at a close, we spoke with Mr. Austin about the overall season.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Saturday was the first time that we had been able to participate in the state meet for 5 years, and that was on the heels of the boys winning the sectional. And we came in there really with not a ton of expectations about being able to place, say, in a podium spot. We're a young team, and as such, we ran to a 10th place finish and had a milestone that was set with Cam Weiland placing the highest ever in program history, 13th overall. Very, very exciting day. That's a special feeling. The overall mood of the team on Saturday, when they kind of knew that they had qualified right after finishing up, that was very, very special. Guys that were slapping each other's backs, high-fiving each other. That's something that's organic. I can't coach that, and it's something that's really on the heels of a lot of investment on their part. And I would say it's almost the hood ornament of a larger body of work that they've been putting in all season, really since mid-August. And then you finally get that moment of great satisfaction when you put all the pieces together and execute as well as they did. It's such a young group, and with such a young group that is a lot of talent, they don't really have the same kind of savvy as a lot of the other teams that we faced up at the state meet, where they have a bit more of a veteran presence. But now that they have this experience, now they're all veterans, and that's going to be something that they can take with them for the next couple of years. We had just one junior on the roster, one senior on the roster. Just a wonderful job of leadership by our senior captain, John Abel. That was a big task that he had to take on, to be able to lead these guys that were so talented. And not only was he a member of that top 5 the entire season, he was really sometimes our 3 or 4 man, and did a nice job of showing those guys how to handle that kind of success, but still be driven toward the next level. There's a famous saying of, once you reach one branch, you're kind of curious if you can reach the next one, and he kept on driving them to aspire to reach that next branch.
Congratulations to the cross-country team. What a great way to end the season.
The math team has also had great success lately. The varsity team took 1st overall, and there were many great individual rankings. Joseph Metzger took 4th on JV, Jaden Thundercloud took 4th on varsity, and Austin Schwab took 6th on varsity. Great job, math teams. Keep up the good work.
Starting this week, Mr. Lauber will be bringing around 4th graders to visit Lakeside. In a new segment, Federation Flybys, these 4th grade classes will run their own segment on the Lakeside Loop. This week is extra special because students from Eastside Lutheran in Madison and St. John's Waterloo came to visit us. This is Federation Flybys.
My name is Kyant, and we are the 4th graders from Eastside Lutheran. Hello! This Saturday, Eastside will be holding our annual Art and Craft Fair. The Art and Craft Fair allows people from our community to buy and sell handmade crafts and baked goods. People from our church have signed up to donate homemade cookies and breads to be sold at the event.
Saturday, we're having a raffle at the Art and Craft Show. People will buy tickets to win themed baskets like the one shown. The money raised from the raffle will go to updating our school hallways with new paint and cubby hooks.
Hello, we are the 3rd through 5th graders from St. John, Waterloo, Wisconsin. Fall is a busy time for us at St. John. We stay busy with sports, school, and having fun with our community.
Our Fall Festival happened on October 23rd.
My favorite thing at Fall Festival was that I got a crown painted on my forehead with face paint.
My favorite thing at the Fall Festival was the decorations and getting candy. They had a lot of games and candy there.
My favorite part about the Fall Festival was the hayride. It was really fun going with my family.
At St. John's, we like doing cool art projects in art class. We really work hard and use our God-given talents to praise God in everything we do, including making art.
Thanks for visiting us, Eastside and St. John's Waterloo. Great work on your videos.
And now, you're in the loop. I'm Logan Wenzel.
And I'm Jonah Osmankowski.